Taylor Swift's team is now coming out swinging, and that is super interesting. An article just dropped about Taylor Swift is alleging that Blake Lively is lying, but is Taylor telling the truth, or is this just a strategy to save her own skin? And Blake Lively's PR team wants us to know that everything that's happening right now is hurting Blake's feelings. Blake Lively sources say Justin Baldoni lawsuit is causing her and Ryan Reynolds severe anguish. In that article, we're told that Blake Lively is quote unquote emotionally zapped, but she remains confident nonetheless. And the legal battles have apparently, quote, taken a deep emotional toll on the actress. You know, someone asked me recently why this particular case has seized the world. It was just a perfect act of evil that was almost executed in broad daylight. The press was complicit. They almost got it done. This guy would have canceled nothing. What would have happened to Justin Baldoni? He would have been canceled. Taylor Swift is now fighting back hard. Her team is not pulling any punches over the last 12 hours. And there's an article that just got dropped in TMZ about an hour and a half ago, and they're making it clear that she wants nothing to do with this case. She's calling out Blake Lively for lying, okay? In other words, Taylor had no idea there was a meeting going on with Justin. She was introduced to him for the first and only time. Taylor believes Blake timed her meeting with Justin so Taylor would arrive before he left, and there's more. Taylor is also learning that Blake has been inappropriately leveraging her name for a long time. Like, so is it possible that they use her name that when she's not there and she's not aware? Sure. I think Taylor Swift is lying. Here's an element where I believe she's just flat out caught lying, okay? At one point, to feature her song, she got somebody fired. That is the allegation that is made, and she's curiously not responding to that. And I do also want to say this. Smartest move that Brian Friedman could make is to put her on the stand. It's the last thing that Blake and Ryan want, is to have their major A-list fan that they have been using to threaten people behind the scenes suddenly put on the stand and exposed. It would be such a inglorious end to their friendship.
Taylor Swift on trial? That sounds like absolute madness. But that's exactly what's being discussed right now. One of the biggest pop stars on the planet is being dragged into a $400 million Hollywood lawsuit. And according to some reports, she might be forced to testify.
I can tell you right now that depositions are coming. It is a fact, an absolute fact.
At the center of this legal battle, none other than Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni, two Hollywood figures who have gone from co-workers to legal enemies over the production of It Ends With Us. But how did Taylor Swift get caught in the middle of this controversy? And could this lawsuit actually damage her career? The truth behind this legal mess is more shocking than you think. Let's break it all down. It all started with what should have been a straightforward film project. It Ends With Us. The much-anticipated adaptation of Colleen Hoover's best-selling novel was set to be a major Hollywood hit. Blake Lively took on the lead role, and Justin Baldoni, known for his work on Jane the Virgin, was both the director and one of the film's producers. But behind the scenes, things quickly spiraled out of control. Blake Lively has accused Baldoni of creating a toxic work environment on set, allegedly making the production unbearable for her and other cast members. She claims that he was unprofessional, dismissive, and even controlling, making her feel unsafe while working on the film. On the other hand, Baldoni completely denies the accusations, flipping the narrative and claiming that Blake Lively was the one trying to manipulate the situation behind the scenes. In a shocking move, Baldoni filed a countersuit for $400 million, alleging that Lively and her husband, Ryan Reynolds, launched a smear campaign against him, using their Hollywood influence to take control of the movie.
All right, so you know who Blake Lively is, right? Most people know her. Yeah, see, the people who are booing, they know.
This isn't just a simple Hollywood dispute, it's now a full-blown legal war. And in the middle of all this chaos, Taylor Swift's name suddenly appeared in court documents, dragging her into a scandal that she probably never wanted to be a part of. At first glance, it makes no sense. Taylor Swift wasn't part of the movie, she wasn't on set, and she had nothing to do with the legal battle between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni. So why is her name suddenly being mentioned in court documents? According to Baldoni's lawsuit, Blake Lively allegedly used her close friendship with Taylor Swift as leverage to pressure him into making changes to the movie. One of the most shocking claims, Baldoni alleges that during a heated dispute over a specific editing decision, Lively strongly hinted that Taylor Swift might refuse to allow her music to be used in the film if Baldoni didn't agree to her version of the final cut. Specifically, Baldoni's legal team claims that Blake Lively wanted to use Taylor Swift's song My Tears Ricochet in the movie's soundtrack, and that she suggested she could influence Taylor's decision depending on whether her demands were met. In legal terms, this is being framed as a form of coercion, with Baldoni's lawyers arguing that Lively was essentially holding the film hostage by using her superstar friend as a bargaining chip. To make things even more dramatic, Baldoni also claims that Taylor Swift personally attended a meeting alongside Lively and Ryan Reynolds, where they allegedly pressured him into accepting Blake's creative vision for the movie. Now, while none of this has been officially confirmed by Taylor Swift herself, her name being dragged into this legal battle is already causing a major stir in Hollywood. But here's the big question: could Taylor actually be forced to testify? That's where things get even more complicated.
She has a history of saying, okay, I'll be the star, but what I secretly want to do is direct it and edit it and produce it. I want all the roles for me and only me. I want full control because I am a controlling bully.
Now, this is where things get messy. Could Taylor Swift, a global superstar with no direct involvement in the lawsuit, actually be forced to take the stand? According to Baldoni's legal team, it's a possibility. His lawyer, Brian Friedman, has already hinted that they are considering calling anyone who has relevant information to testify. And since Taylor's name is now tied to a key argument in Baldoni's case, she could be seen as a valuable witness. In legal terms, this means that if Baldoni's team can prove that Taylor was present during key discussions, or that she was aware of any behind-the-scenes tactics used by Blake Lively, she could be subpoenaed to testify under oath. Of course, that doesn't mean it's a guaranteed outcome. Legal experts say that high-profile celebrities are rarely forced to testify in cases like this, simply because it draws too much media attention and could derail the entire lawsuit. Plus, both sides in this legal battle might prefer to keep Swift out of it altogether, because the moment she gets involved, this case goes from a Hollywood scandal to a full-blown global media circus. Still, the fact that Taylor's name is even being considered in this lawsuit is enough to send shockwaves through the entertainment industry. And the controversy doesn't stop there, because this lawsuit might actually be putting Swift's longtime friendship with Blake Lively in serious jeopardy. Taylor Swift and Blake Lively have been close friends for years. They've gone on vacations together, Blake's kids call Taylor their Aunt Tay-Tay, and Swift even gave Blake and Ryan Reynolds' daughter a shout-out in one of her songs. But now, this lawsuit might be putting that friendship to the test. The moment Taylor's name appeared in court documents, the rumor mill went into overdrive. Some sources claim that Swift was blindsided when she found out that her name was being tied to Blake's legal battle. According to Radar Online, Swift was furious after realizing she had been indirectly used as a tool in Lively's Hollywood power struggle. The site even went as far as to say that Taylor felt manipulated and was considering distancing herself from Blake. On the other hand, Page Six reported the exact opposite, claiming that Swift and Lively are still as close as ever, and that the media is simply exaggerating the situation for headlines. So, which version is true? Right now, Swift has remained silent, neither confirming nor denying the rumors. But one thing is clear: this lawsuit is putting an uncomfortable spotlight on their friendship. Could this legal drama mark the beginning of the end for one of Hollywood's most beloved celebrity friendships? The internet certainly seems to think so. Because while Taylor stays quiet, social media has exploded, and fans are already choosing sides.
I would show up on a set. I knew that they just wanted me to show up and look cute and stand on a little pink sticker where I'm supposed to go and say what I'm supposed to say. But I also knew that that wasn't fulfilling for me, that I wanted to be a part of the storytelling, that I wanted to be a part of the narrative, whether that be in the writing, in the costume design, in creating the character.
The moment Taylor Swift's name was dragged into this lawsuit, social media erupted into chaos. Swifties, always quick to defend their idol, started the viral hashtag #LeaveTaylorOutOfIt, demanding that she not be forced to testify in a case that has nothing to do with her. But that wasn't the only battle brewing online. Almost instantly, fans and Hollywood insiders started picking sides. leading to a digital war between Team Blake and Team Baldoni. Hashtag Team Blake supporters argue that Baldoni is using the lawsuit as a way to deflect from the real accusations against him, and that dragging Swift's name into it is just a distraction tactic. Hashtag Team Baldoni fans believe that Blake Lively has been manipulating the media to control the narrative, and that her lawsuit is a way to avoid responsibility for her own behavior on set. And then there are the Swifties, who seem to agree on just one thing: Taylor should not be involved in this mess. One viral TikTok summed it up perfectly. Taylor Swift was minding her own business, finishing the Eras tour, and now she's somehow part of a $400 million Hollywood scandal. Y'all leave this woman alone, another viral tweet joked. Taylor Swift just wanted to sing about her exes, not testify in court over a movie she wasn't even in. But while the memes and debates rage on, the real question remains: could this lawsuit actually impact Swift's career? Because as history has shown, celebrity lawsuits have a way of exposing secrets that no one saw coming. While Taylor Swift has mostly managed to stay out of major legal scandals, this isn't the first time her name has been tied to courtroom drama. Back in 2017, she famously sued a radio DJ for sexual misconduct, winning the case and symbolically receiving just $1 in damages. That lawsuit was a power move, showing that Swift wasn't afraid to take on legal battles when necessary. But this time, things are different. Swift isn't the one pressing charges. Instead, she's being dragged into a lawsuit that has nothing to do with her, and that's where the real risk lies. If she's forced to testify, every word she says could be picked apart by the media. And no matter which side she ends up supporting, Blake's or Baldoni's, it could damage her carefully crafted public image. Hollywood history proves that these high-profile legal battles rarely end well for anyone involved. Kate Moss was forced to testify in Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard, confirming that Depp never pushed her down the stairs, turning the trial into even more of a media spectacle. Lady Gaga was subpoenaed in the legal war between Keisha and Dr. Luke, adding another layer of drama to an already messy case. Even Angelina Jolie was dragged into Brad Pitt's custody battle, where private details about their marriage were suddenly front-page news. If Taylor Swift ends up testifying, it could open a door she never wanted to walk through, putting her personal relationships, her music, and even her business deals under a microscope. And that's why her legal team is reportedly working behind the scenes to keep her as far away from this lawsuit as possible. But with Baldoni's lawyers refusing to back down, will they actually succeed? 8. The final verdict. What happens next? As of now, Taylor Swift has not been officially subpoenaed, and there's still a chance that she might never have to testify. Her legal team is likely working hard to keep her out of the courtroom, knowing that her involvement would turn this lawsuit into an even bigger media circus. But the bigger question remains: how far will this legal battle go? Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni's feud has already spiraled into one of the biggest Hollywood scandals of the year, and with $400 million on the line, neither side seems willing to back down. At the same time, rumors about Swift and Lively's friendship continue to swirl. Are they still on good terms? Or has this lawsuit driven a wedge between them? For now, Taylor remains silent. But if this case does go to trial, and if Baldoni's team does decide to call her as a witness, the world might soon see one of the most unexpected courtroom appearances in celebrity history. What do you think? Should Taylor Swift testify? Or is she being unfairly dragged into someone else's fight? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into Hollywood's biggest scandals.